Moin meine Lieben und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einem weiteren magischen Abenteuer hier in Baldurs Gate 3. Freut mich, dass ihr habt. Wir befinden uns gerade bei uns im Lager und werden gerade nochmal alle potenziellen Begleiter abklappern. Gucken, ob die irgendwas Neues zu sagen haben. Anfangen werden wir hier bei Will, weil der hat offensichtlich Sprachbedarf oder Gesprächsbedarf, besser gesagt.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldurs Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Ja, wie schade. Baldur's Gate hat eine Verantwortung den Bedürftigen. Vielleicht lässt die Führung mit sich reden. Ja, nicht so lange die von Orin und von dem anderen Typen. Die Flüchtlinge kommen an einen anderen Ort. Die Flüchtlinge können an einen anderen Ort. Statt in der Krise steckt, darf sich selbst kümmern. Balduria, als ich Baldur's Gate verlassen habe, war es eine sichere Zuflucht. Da muss Gortash dahinter. Gortash und Orin.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Ja, absolut richtig. Was haltet ihr von dem Elefin-Potenzial, in dem der Traumbesuch sprach? Der Imperator verspricht unglaubliche Kräfte, wenn wir willens sind, sie zu akzeptieren. Komm doch in meine... Komm in die Gruppe. Was haltet ihr von dem Elefin-Potenzial, von dem der Traumbesuch sprach?
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you take an Illithid by the talon...
Okay,
Alright.
das hatten wir ja schon.
Anything more we should discuss?
Ja, der Imperator verspricht unglaubliche Kräfte, wenn wir willens sind, sie...
Yes, and at a great cost. Partial ceremorphosis. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be.
Interessant, dass diese Gesprächsoption nicht weitergeht als bis zur Weisheit. Überzeugen. Die Zukunft der Schwertküste steht auf dem Spiel. Wir brauchen diese Mächte. Ich quicksave mal. Und dann versuche ich mal, den zu convincen.
The coast is ever my priority. If you think we need this, very well. I will avail myself of the astral tadpole's powers.
Okay. Komm doch in meine Gruppe.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
Übernehm den Platz von Hera.
I like how you think.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
Den Geist öffnen.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Okay, das heißt, wir haben... wir haben die immer noch. Astral, bitte laden.
I have battled great evils, been mocked. What is she capable of? And where will she strike?
So, was ist mit dir jetzt? Okay, dich könnten wir jetzt rein theoretisch auch durch die Larven verändern.
The pride of the gate.
Habe ich automatisch oder wie? Fliegen kann ich auf jeden Fall nicht. Interessant.
Let's move.
Ja, okay. Ich lasse mal
Always good to
trotzdem hier.
talk, my friend. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when things were warming up.
Ja, tut mir leid.
Walk in death.
Kann nur einer so hässlich sein. Dann nehmen wir Tahera wieder.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see this city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
Was hofftet ihr doch gleich dort zu finden?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
Wie geht es euch ohne eure Hafner?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
Ich würde gerne mehr über diese Frage hören.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Okay. Wo wir jetzt zusammenreisen, wird mir klar, dass ich kaum etwas über euch weiß.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
Ja, das ist es. Aber stimmt es schon mal, dass ihr gegen die Toten 3 gekämpft habt?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
Bitte, ihr seid nur eins dieser. So alt seid ihr nun auch wieder nicht, oder? Ihr wollt wohl nicht über die Vergangenheit. Bitte, ihr seid nur ein dieser Dinger.
Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best.
Ich wollte euch was fragen.
Ask it.
Ihr habt gesagt, ihr wisst etwas über Elifiden.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Mit wem sprecht ihr? Vielleicht bin ich der Parasit, der diesen Körper steuert.
Then, greetings, Sir Tadpole? I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from.
Gut, schließe ich mal wieder meiner Gruppe an.
As you wish.
Okay, sehr gut. Karlach, haben wir uns noch zu...
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me.
Ich mag sie. Ich liebe sie. Also wegen unserer Larvenkräfte. Imperator, also wegen unserer Larvenkräfte.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this.
Okay, dann werde ich dich nicht dazu zwingen. Eure Entscheidung, doch ich glaube, die Larve macht einen.
Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet.
Ja, klar. Wie gesagt, ich erwarte nicht.
Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Habe ich mit dir anscheinend nichts weiter zu quatschen. Astarion, mein allerjudster bester Stealth-Assassin.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Er hat nicht unrecht, so. Geil. Gute Aussage, gute Aussage. Ich will über die astral berührte Larve reden.
Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No.
Okay, gut. Das ist doch gar nicht eure Art, auf eure Macht zu verzichten. Vor allen Dingen, da ja eigentlich die Gedankenwürmer auch haben wollte.
That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over.
Okay, das ist nachvollziehbar. Also gut, ich werde das Thema nicht mehr ansprechen.
If we master the tadpoles, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an illithid and its Githyanki's slave. I'm not going to submit to this. Don't ask me again.
Jo, werde ich nicht. Ist notiert.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion.
Macht ihr euch Sorgen, Cazador könnte herausfinden, dass mit?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
Und wie genau wollt ihr zuschlagen? Er wird nicht alleine sein.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better.
Okay. Ich wollte nach Cazadors Ritual fragen. Ihr denkt doch gewiss darüber nach, oder?
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
Meint ihr, wir können es verhindern? Ich will nur wissen, was ihr für Absichten habt. All diese Macht, ihr müsst versucht sein, sie selbst zu ergreifen. Letzteres.
Well, of course I've thought about it. If I completed the ritual instead of Cazador, I'd get all that power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
Ich glaube nicht, dass ihr das tun werdet. Seelen, die dazu geopfert werden müssen?
I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldurs Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
Okay, ich habe mit Ulma gesprochen, der Anführerin dieser Monsterjäger. Sie will, dass wir ihre Kinder vor Cazador retten.
You spoke to her? Without me? Gods damn it! Of all the hornet's nest of prod, you had to pick that one! Whatever you told them, it's pointless. Cazador does not have a drop of mercy in his fetid body. Their children are long dead.
Ja, das befürchte ich leider. Das mag stimmen, aber wir müssen es versuchen, oder? Wenn ihr ihnen nicht helft, werde ich es tun. Ihr seid ihnen was schuldig, Astarion. Wenn wir die Kinder nicht kriegen können, dann rächen wir sie wenigstens. Dann verschwenden wir unsere Zeit nicht mit aussichtslos. Das mag stimmen, aber wir müssen es doch wenigstens versuchen.
Are you not listening to me? You can't help them. Their children are gone. If you want to waste your time chasing ghosts, fine. But once we find their little tykes' corpses, you can deliver the news while I am far, far away.
Okay, ist notiert. Gut, dann nehmen wir dich mal wieder mit. Und
obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you.
Ja. Wir nehmen dich wieder mit. Wir tauschen gegen Thea.
In that case, I'd be happy to tag along.
Das habe ich mir gerade überlegt. Und bei Will machen wir dasselbe.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Den nehmen wir auch mit.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
Tauschen gegen Karlach. Weil mit Karlach sind wir größtenteils, glaube ich, auch durch ihrer persönlichen Geschichte. Weswegen ich die zwei. So mein Gedankengang. So, Jenna, was ist mit dir?
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
It isn't much of a home, but what's ours is yours.
Natürlich könnt ihr. Sucht euch einfach.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Gerne doch nicht. Ja, schade. So, Lizelle, hast du noch was zu?
Inconceivable that we would seek release from one tadpole only for you to commune with another. I chide you if my mind were not consumed by the sight of Orpheus within his domed prison. The Prince of the Comet lives, but make no mistake. I can see the change in you, feel the parasite worming its way through you even further. You have invited your own misery. I will not break our alliance for it, but I will not condone it.
Ist okay, damit kann ich leben. Habt ihr denn darüber nachgedacht, die Macht der Larve?
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven.
Okay, dann war was anderes. Die astral berührte Larve des Imperators verspricht außerdem die Macht.
It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided?
Ja, gut. Dann nutzt sie halt nicht.
I know. And I won't.
Gut, gut. Dann gehen wir mal. Mit dir können wir Neues besprechen. Wird. Hiermit eingesprochen.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed. Need to stay alert all the same.
Okay. Ihr hattet erwähnt, dass Schar-Anhänger nach uns Ausschau halten könnten. Meint ihr, wir können sie benutzen, um uns anzufinden?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
Ihr wisst also nicht einmal, wohin ihr gehen müsst. Wonach sollten wir Ausschau halten? Erwartet ihr eine herzliche Aufnahme? Wonach sollten wir Ausschau?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Okay. Abgesehen davon.
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Okay. Will über all das reden, was uns widerfahren ist.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Wie bewähre ich mich eurer Meinung nach?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Even if I could have made it this far without you, I don't think I'd have wanted to.
Okay. Einmal hätte ich euch etwas Furchtbares, fast etwas Furchtbares angetan. Ich befürchte, nächstes Mal kann ich mich nicht beherrschen.
I've seen your resolve. Whatever is trying to control you, you're stronger.
Ich möchte über unsere Beziehung sprechen.
Of course.
Wie geht es euch?
Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of the end. Whatever happens, I'm glad it's with you next to me.
Ich glaube, diese besondere Larve, die uns der Imperator angeboten hat, wird unsere Erfolgschance.
More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those illithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole? Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself.
Okay. Wenn euer Entschluss gefasst ist, dann will ich euch nicht davon abbringen. Dann weiterziehen. Dann haben wir hier drüben noch so. Reden wir nochmal mit Dame Aileen.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Okay, du hast nichts weiter zu sagen. Was ist mit dir, Isobel?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Zwischen Aelin und euch ist viel geschehen. Was denn genau?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Gewiss, Blicke können magisch sein.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
War zu Myrkuls Auserwählten geworden.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Ja, Nachfolg war also verständlich auf jeden Fall.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Da habe ich überhaupt. Okay. Dann werden wir jetzt einmal kleines. Oh. Ah, hier. Wir können ja noch mit Tieren sprechen. Was sagt die Katze hier? Räubchen.
I'm just a cat. Please, talk to Yenna.
Ja, ist ja gut. Ich tue dir nichts, Kätzchen.
I don't like talking.
Darf ich dich denn streicheln?
Please don't.
Weißt du denn, was mit Jenas Mutter geschehen?
Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life.
Ist Jena böse zu dir?
Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
Okay, das machen. Brav. Okay, dann beenden wir einmal den Tag.
Queen Vlaakith. Skvar!
You are a Sherlock, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
Wir könnten Lae'zel jetzt überzeugen. Kniet nieder, Lae'zel. Die Auserwählte der Gottkönigin zu sein, ist eine gewaltige Ehre. Ach. Weisheit. Dich mit Lae'zels Parasiten verbinden. Kommandantin der Drachen, das ist eure Bestimmung. Oder bleibt standhaft, fallt nicht auf Vlaakiths Lügen herein.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow, while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Ja. Also, ja, natürlich. Mit so jemandem will ich unbedingt zusammenarbeiten. Nicht. Die Githyanki-Kriegerin. Finde was in Chares Liebkosung. Vlaakith ist im Lager erschienen und hat Lae'zel ein Angebot gemacht. Sie soll Orpheus töten und dann wird sie zur Astralebene aufsteigen und zu Vlaakith Auserwählten werden. Lae'zel lehnte ab, was Vlaakith erzürnte. Lae'zel glaubt, dass Orpheus die Zukunft der Githyanki ist. Wir sollen Kithrak Voss treffen und herausfinden, wie wir den Prinzen befreien können. Die hohe Hafnerin Hera hat uns gebeten, zu Anthalons tanzender Axt in Böhmbrück zu reiten. Der Hafner konnte darauf warten, Bericht. Ja, gut. Also, wir können immer noch nicht schlafen gehen. Jetzt haben wir noch mehr Redebedarf. Ich glaube, mit denen werden wir dann allerdings erst das nächste Mal sprechen. Ich hoffe, auch wenn wir die heutige Folge ausschließlich im Lager verbracht haben, dass diese Folge euch gefallen hat. Wenn dem so ist, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da, abonniert den Kanal und ich würde mich sehr freuen, wenn ihr das nächste Mal Stereo und Viertelbeutcher. Euer Nigel.